Now, let me be clear on this, right, what I'm trying to say here. I have no intention of getting in the middle of the fans in our audience that love Auburn and the fans that love Mississippi State. As you know, even in our family, we have a little bit of both. So it's not about the game or this decided the game. This is not about that at all.
No, it really isn't. It's a whole different topic.
Now, the reason why I don't like these kind of targeting calls or these kind of calls is here's what it does. It then is unfair to both teams because now it took Auburn's any opportunity to do some miraculous comeback of their own to win the game. So that was taken away. And then when Mississippi State wins, because we all know college football fans, at church yesterday and then today on sports radio, all the Auburn fans will say, well, that's what cost us the game. We didn't lose. Hey, and then now this 40 unanswered points and this comeback by Mississippi State is tainted because officials seem to be making ridiculous calls. Now, I guess here's what I think we all would agree. How many times on the show do we say this when we talk about the government or anybody in authority? If you'll just let us know what you want and be consistent with it, we'll try to adapt to it if you have the authority to make us.
Right.
Because at some point you're in charge. We have to do what you require. But here's the problem. No one really seems to know what a targeting call is. And just when you think you understand it, then they'll do another one and they'll say it wasn't targeting, and then they'll do one they say it was, and you're like, both of those don't seem to be right based on what you told us.
Yeah.
And now we're getting to the point where a defensive tackle sacking the quarterback, breaking free from a block, sacking the quarterback, and putting himself in a position that he can bat the ball down if the quarterback throws it, and if not, land on the quarterback and sack him. And now that's called a targeting because he lunged. Is that what?
Launched. I think
launched.
The term is launched.
But do you know?
I thought you had to hit with your.
Yeah, I thought you had to hit helmet on helmet.
Yeah.
And
it's launching and crown of helmet and all that.
Yeah, but the quarterback's not defenseless.
The
quarterback's not defenseless. He sees him coming.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. We all agreed that it shouldn't have been called.
The heart of the idea is right, but the implementation of it has just got crazy.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Now,
so
you're referring to this call
how
here.
Is that targeting?
How is that targeting?
Because they're saying because he jumped in the air.
Yes, he launched. He launched.
You know why you jump in the air? Because he may throw the ball.
How about that? That's not a dangerous tackle.
It's not dangerous.
There was nothing. Watch. There's nothing dangerous about it. It looks dangerous. I mean, it looks devastating. You look at it, it's really not.
Well, the only thing that's dangerous about it is his weight coming down on the quarterback. But how are we going to stop that in football?
Yeah, it's going to happen either way.
Right. And
to me, he had his head up.
Yeah.
Look,
he
his
hits him
head's
with
up.
his
He's with his
chest.
face against his chest.
He hits him with his chest.
That's ridiculous.
I thought that's how we're teaching tackling now to some degree.
That's to me. That's what you're supposed to do.
And we've been harping on this for a couple of seasons now.
How's that targeting?
Even if you call targeting,
right,
taking somebody out of the game, I think is a bad move because it changes things so much, and not in this game, but in others. It's too much of a penalty for such a subjective call. Yeah. Now there's some that are clear. Hey, I put my head down. Sure. I got you.
And like you said, I even understand why we're doing it.
And I think the launching was more of a launching into somebody with the crown of your helmet, not
if the helmet's not involved. Why call it?
Not I broke free and I'm jumping to in case the ball is thrown, I can put my hands up, and as you said, if not, I land on the quarterback. So it was.
I guess what I'm saying is, how in the world is a defensive line coach supposed to coach to his defensive line all across the country? Now, we can't do this.
So everything was good until you jumped up.
If he would have just run through him wide open, that would have been okay.
With no helmet
because
involved.
he and it wasn't much of a jump. I mean,
it
looked like he was just kind of breaking free of the people that may have had a hold of him down low or something. That is a major penalty that. And it was at a critical time. It was 3rd and like 20-something. Yeah. Went with the first down. I don't know that it would change the game, and that's not this discussion.
No, it's not.
But it's just
when you blow a lead like that.
It's just the whole targeting thing. Understand why we're doing it. I don't know how that was a danger to anybody on the field other than being tackled.
His head's clearly up. He's got his head up like they're telling you to do.
Yeah, if he'd have put his head down there, you got another discussion.
Right. And Here's the thing.
I'm even okay with them throwing the flag just so they can review it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I was fully convinced, well, there's no way this is
I agree.
targeting. They'll
Yeah,
pick
I-
up the
I
flag.
did too.
And I think the announcers even felt the same way. And then, of course,
I'll go this far. I love to do these kind of
I don't get it.
details.
I agree. You should have
Yeah.
thrown the flag
Look,
just to look at
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I love to give these kind of details, and y'all will love this. One of the things I love to do is drink orange juice over crushed ice. So I had orange.
That is a good thing.
I had
That is
I had
very
orange juice over crushed ice sitting over here on my right. Okay, sitting in the chair. I literally looked down, took a pop, and said, "All right, it's not targeting." And I thought to myself, they need to look at it.
Yeah.
But I took a pop, saying, "All right, well, that won't be targeting. I'll see what happens."
Yeah.
But see what we have here. The problem. This is not. I'm not concerned about the effect on Auburn. I'm not concerned about the effect on Mississippi State. I'm concerned about the effect on football.
Yeah.
Because do you realize defensive linemen what they have to go through to even get to the quarterback?
To ever have a clean shot like that.
And so he's coming off blocks. His body's out of control. He's trying to get up to block the
He's
passer.
supposed to think all that.
He's supposed to think all that in seconds of let me get my body right.
Get my head up, I don't want to launch.
Even though I just came through people who like have knocked my body in all kinds of directions. Now I've got to get it under
we're
control.
wide
And and then if I don't get there and he throws to the end zone, what happens to him on the sideline?
Yeah.
You can't let him throw that.
Exactly.
I mean, how did you not get to him? Well, I was trying to figure out how to position my body. Because you know what the guy thought? I guess as long as I don't hit him with my helmet and hit him with my chest, we're good. No, we don't like that launching. Well, how am I supposed to block a pass?
Everything else was textbook.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't either.
I just weep for the sport of football
I saw a lot of these
because they're ruining it.
targeting calls that were looked at, and they were looked at short period of time and came back and were like, it's not targeting. How it was even called, it was like they led with the shoulder pad, hit him in the chest, and it was called for targeting. It was just bizarre, but probably at least 3 or 4 that were picked up over the weekend that were called.
Yeah, my whole thing of targeting to me was brought about because of more tackles on receivers. Defensive. I mean, I get clean that. That needs to be
Blindside
cleaned
blocks.
up.
I remember that.
Blindside blocks.
Blindside
Even though it
blocks.
looks goofy what they did now, but I get it.
I had a son had to be taken to the hospital over a blindside
Exactly.
block.
I get it on those, but as usual, we go too far.
Yeah. So we just don't know where to stop.
Because the ones in the secondary are pretty obvious.
Yeah, and also, and here's what you'll hate. And this is what I'm talking about the game. I don't know if y'all. I know you've been going to high school games. I don't know if you've been to any games this year, but I've talked to some people that have been. Have you been to one, Bubba? And he says what happens now in the stands. Every single time somebody's tackled in the open field, everybody starts screaming target.
The same people who said I hate this targeting stuff, they start screaming target.
No, that's exactly
Well,
right.
you know why? You're just trying to get any advantage you can.
My friend said, and they scream it from 500 yards from the play.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
targeting. And, but
Like
see,
they had a great view of it.
But see, that's ruining the game because he said these are things that in the past the team on defense would have erupted and everybody would have said, "Oh, what a great football play."
Yeah.
But now it's like every single open field tackle targeting. Every time
Any good lick is target.
Anytime a receiver said targeting, and it's just ruining the game.
Yeah.
I mean, what we just saw was as pure football as you could see. It's not reckless.
That's
It's
how you
not out
play
of
it.
control. It's.
And how about this? Nobody was hurt.
no?
Nobody got hurt.
I don't.
not even close.
And look,
Obviously, it didn't hurt the quarterback the way he kept playing.
yeah. Well, you just gotta be concerned about the game of football. I don't know where this is headed. I got an idea where it's headed.
There were some things that did benefit from these rulings, but now we're getting crazy.
Well, what great people are given the ability to decide things, and they I think that some of the referees now go, I got to be the next guy to do the right targeting call because I'm going to save football from injury. Yeah, and I'm out here and with my part-time job, and I'm about to decide this game. But but in this case, I'm not talking about the referees on the field because guess what? There was no flag on the play. Y'all do realize that there was no flag on the play. The booth alone made that decision.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so
I didn't know that.
the officials on the field did not throw a flag.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba. Rick and Bubba.